everybody, Britt and Steve here. It is spring in New York and we are decluttering.
It's spring, but it literally just snowed yesterday.
Yeah, 2 days in a row actually. It was flurrying as I just laid Stephen Crane down for his nap, so.
Miserable. April snow.
It's not cool.
We're bringing up our spring clothes, our summer clothes, hopefully to bring the warm weather along with it. And then we're getting rid of our fall stuff and our winter stuff.
As some of you know, I am about 8 weeks postpartum right now, so Rinley's going to be 2 months and 5 days.
It's crazy.
It's so sad. But because of that, things just aren't fitting quite the way that they used to. So one of my goals for today is to make sure that when I'm going through my dresser and my closet, that the things that are in my wardrobe are actually things that I love, that I feel comfortable in, that fit me. And anything that is not in that category is either going in storage or going to be donated. I just really don't want things in my drawers or in my closet that I'm looking at every day that don't fit me. It's just discouraging and I've had it. We're also going to be tackling that today.
Right. We try to live a pretty minimal lifestyle. Like, we're not hardcore minimalists or anything by any means, but we do try to have a pretty minimal type of lifestyle for a few different reasons. First, I think, is just our space. I think I've mentioned before, we live in a very small apartment, about 700 square feet. We own a duplex, and we live in one of those 2 units, and we rent the other out. So that's one reason. Another reason is just the clutter with a small apartment. I guess it kind of goes hand in hand, but we want to eliminate as much clutter as possible just to have a little bit more like a peace of mind about our daily life.
Especially when we're working from home, it just becomes overwhelming really quickly. And in a small space with 2 kids, it can just become chaos very quickly. So the less things we own, the less chaotic it feels, and that really helps me a ton.
With you, we tried to start this minimal type of mindset a couple years ago, and it really has had an impact just when it comes to the amount that I would think about, like, oh, I need to get a new shirt, or I need new jeans, or there's this game that I really want because I feel like my game collection is not where I want it to be, all that sort of stuff. But since we've had this mindset starting a couple years ago, that type of desire to buy stuff has gone down tremendously.
Yeah. I think as Christians too, like, the idea of being content is important. And then whenever I feel that tug to, like, I need to buy something, or I need to, like, have something to make me feel like it's okay, or I'm less anxious, or like to fill this void, I think that it's kind of pushed me to go towards God in those moments and to really look and think about, like, why am I feeling so discontent right now? Is it really because I need a 50th pair of jeans? Like, probably not.
Well, not even 50th, but even like a 5th.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and with that, we also have saved a ton of money. We started this when we were saving to go on a 2-month trip to Europe. Mm-hmm. That was really kind of what started us down this path, was we were trying everything we could to save a ton of money. And with that, we were using what we had, and we were not buying anything else to save for this big trip, which was amazing and life-changing. I highly recommend it. But that was kind of where this whole journey kind of started.
And then lastly, just along with that, I feel like God really calls us to be generous people, and just this is a way that we can be more generous. It kind of forces our hand to be more generous. If we try to have more of a minimalist type of mindset in regards to what it is that we have, then when we do take in new stuff into our home, whether it's clothes or tools or whatever the case might be, exactly, we have this mindset that, like, okay, if we're bringing something in, then we're going to be getting rid of something. And some things are, like, super, super nice that we paid a lot of money for, so we'll sell that, which also helped us to save for this trip that we went on, that type of thing. But also just a lot of things. We know of so many people that could use, clothes or games or toys or whatever the case might be. So it just enables us and gives us another opportunity where we can be more generous with what it is we have and giving them good quality things, because that's what we try to buy, rather than just giving things that, are useless or junk that we have so many things and this is item number 50 in our list of whatever, and that's what you're going to be able to get.
Right. last night we actually went through both the boys' closets and their dressers and kind of pared down everything. So the things that didn't fit them anymore, we put in bags and kind of have a storage system that we can show you later on in the video. But we have that all kind of in storage, the things that don't fit them anymore. We pulled out things that do fit them, and then we just pared down based on, okay, how many pairs of pants do we have for Stephen Crane right now? We had like 20 pairs of pants. People have just given us clothes, have been so generous, but he doesn't need 20 pairs of pants right now. So we know lots of mamas that could use those, and so we're going to donate some of them to our friends. And if they don't want them, then great, we'll give them to Salvation Army, and hopefully somebody else can get some good use out of them.
Right, which is also just a kind of way of paying it forward, because to be honest, most of the clothes that we have were given to us, whether it was from our parents or from friends that were hand-me-downs, whatever the case might be. So if it was given to us, then at the very least, anything that we don't really need, we can pass on to somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, my clothes even, like most of my clothing is from clothing exchanges at this point.
So the type of mindset that we try to have when it comes specifically to our clothes, this is not a hard, fast rule where like there can never be any exception, and I would certainly not say that this has to be the same for you.
Yeah.
We would encourage to try to have a minimal mindset. We think it's really beneficial, but whatever works for you and your family. But for us and our family, we try to keep each type of clothing or each item of clothing, so to speak, to a maximum of 10. And we don't necessarily have to keep 10 of everything. So, for example, that for me, that'd be 10 pairs of pants, 10 long sleeve shirts, 10 short sleeve shirts, 10 sweatshirts, 10 underpants.
Yeah, and we certainly don't have 10 of all of these items. Some of them don't super make sense. Like, we don't need 10 sweatshirts. Maybe I have 10 knit sweaters for the winter because I love knit sweaters, but you know, there's certain categories that are less important to me, maybe more important to him, so it's not like he said.
Right, and I don't need 10 pairs of shoes as an example, or 10 pairs of gym shorts specifically. So I try to keep it as loose as I can, 10 pants, 10 shorts, 10 long sleeve, 10 short sleeve, and 10, sweaters or sweatshirts or something like that. So that's just an example for me, myself. I know that things are a little bit different for Britt, especially right now because, we're in the process of growing our family, so she has maternity clothes and all this other stuff that she needs more of a variety.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
That could look a lot of different ways for you. Again, it doesn't have to be this hard, fast 10 rule, but that's what works well for our family.
Yeah. So with that, let's get to cluttering. Hello everybody. Yesterday we had a bit of a mishap. My son grabbed hold of the tripod and tipped it over, breaking our really expensive camera. So we are resuming today, and I'm going to be showing you what I kind of finished up yesterday, what I'm going to be working on today, and yeah, let's jump right in. The next thing that I did was pulled out all of the clothes from my closet that were on the hangers. And so this is just two piles. These are clothes that I like, clothes that I'm not sure about, and then the clothes that I love. So the easiest thing to do for me was I pulled out all of the clothing that I absolutely love that I'm going to be for sure keeping. So far I have this skirt. These are all my work and summer dresses that I really like and I will and do wear very often, so I'll keep all of these. These are the shirts that I really love that I will be keeping so far. And then I also pulled off all of my fall winter sweaters and a fall winter dress that I really, really love. I will be keeping these. I wear them all the time. So these are going into storage because it's now summertime. But that's kind of where I'm starting. I'm going to now sort through these two piles and further pare down what I really love and want to keep and hang on to and what I am ready to part with. Over here, these are just maternity pants and maternity clothes that need to go into storage in case we have future children. And then these are jeans that currently do not fit me anymore that I'm either going to donate some of them I'm going to put into storage because they're more pricey and I love them, and if I fit into them again someday, great. If not, I will hand them on to a friend. This is everything in my closet currently. We have dresses, summer dresses, skirts for work and summer, all my work clothes, my short sleeve shirts and nursing shirts, long sleeve shirts, and 2 sweaters. Okay, so here are all of the items that I am going to be donating or giving to people. In total, I have 19 shirts, 10 sweaters, 3 outerwear, 3 pants, 3 skirts, 2 athletic shirts, and 11 dresses for a total of 51 items, which I'm pretty happy with. These are all the hangers that I used, and sweet little baby Rin over here. This is not including a few items that I threw away just because they were not in good shape and I wouldn't want to donate them, and a few pajama shirts, bras, socks, underwear, things like that. So that's not including any of that. Okay, so really quick before we go, I just wanted to show you guys how we kind of organize the boys' clothes. We have 3 bins total for our kids' clothes. The first bin's for Stephen Crane, the second one is for Rinley, and the third is for clothes that they've outgrown that we want to hold on to for future children. So I'm just going to talk you through kind of how we organize this. So this is Stephen Crane's bin. It's not very big, but he's got some clothes that we've been handed down or that we have found at thrift stores that we really like that he's going to fit into eventually, but is not quite there yet. So last night we sat down, we grabbed some Ziploc baggies and a Sharpie. So this is his winter coat that will fit him, and I have it labeled Stephen Crane Winter 21-22. So I know that this will fit him this coming winter. And then I also have a fall bag for 2021. This has like a little coat and some knit sweaters in it. This is 24-month-old pants, 24-month-old long sleeves, 18-month pants. Then anything that Stephen Crane grows out of, we would immediately put in a bag, label it with the correct age, and put it in Rinley's bin for him to grow into. If at that point the clothing that Stephen Crane has grown out of, if it's just worn, we'll get rid of it, recycle it. If it's something that we're just not a super big fan of for whatever reason anymore, we'll donate it at that point. But yeah, that's kind of how we cycle through and keep everything as minimal and decluttered as possible with our kids' clothes. So we hope that this was really helpful for you guys. I know that we actually took a few things away from this decluttering. We realized that one thing that's super helpful is setting aside the things that we really loved first. This did a few things for me. It allowed me to see kind of up front and close the things that I liked and how they were kind of similar. And so I could kind of tell, okay, all of these types of shirts tend to fit me really well, or this color palette tends to be the one that I'm gravitating towards. So then when I was looking through the rest of my wardrobe, I kind of was able to be a little bit more focused on what I wanted to keep and what I just really could let go of because I wasn't wearing it.
And if you have any tips on decluttering or ways that you maybe live a more minimal lifestyle, we'd love to hear about it. Put it right in the comments below. If you did find this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos in the future.
Even if you don't like it, you should still like it.
Right.
Like it.
Just like it. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.